Hey guys, did some more work and some changes on the cargo bike. I decided that I would like a few creature comforts, like a pass sensor on the crank so I can pedal if I want. I found my old controller, the 80 amp controller, was a little bit much for the bike. It does weigh about as much as a 36 volt battery, and even at its lowest settings on the Bluetooth, it was overheating my motor. I never actually tried this controller on a 9C motor. Usually it was on the Ninja bike when I bought it, so I never had a chance to try it on this one. Well, it's definitely not made for a 9C motor. It's gonna smoke whatever you put on it. So I'm gonna box it, mothball it until I can get another motor, and we'll try it again. But I'm looking for something for distance. So basically this one, the brain power, the one I got off of for Amazon for $29 is what I'm going to be using. I've already modified it if you've seen the other video. You see the glue on the top of the screws there. That will actually dry clear. Still be able to peel it off if I want to service it. Let's just keep the water out of it because that's where it's going to pool if I get stuck in the rain. This one is, well, 1600 watt. The only difference is one's 80, one's 40. This one here though is cheaper. It says 50, but I'm saying it's probably 40 or 45. There's no way it's 50. So, but it's all right. 40. It could be 39 for all I care. It's perfect for this bike and it's perfect for the motor. The sad part is I've spun it up. It actually, with this controller here, there's more RPMs than with this one. It has to do with the firmware. Like this one's got more torque, but this one here's got more RPMs, which would explain why with this motor here and the 1500 watt 40 amp controller I can go over 55. But I couldn't do 55 with the large one. So yeah, it was just too much. So it's gone. And as you can see, I've been wiring it up differently since I don't need the high amp soft start. I built another one for 50 amps. It's a single chip, and just glued it right to the frame. Got the wires coming in for the signal and then the output there. I made all the connections very easy to access. Like there's the throttle, the hulls, the phase wires, and the power. This way, if I go to test another controller, I can just mount it on the outside and wire it up. Disconnect this one, leaving it here. So, plus it looks good. It's nice and neat. I've got the DC to DC inverter underneath here. It's bolted down, and then I got the one I made the other day with the potting upside down, so you can still adjust it if you want. But it's not gonna. If it gets wet, it won't affect it at all. This is the wiring harness for the e-brake. I haven't hooked it up yet. It's just about as far as I got on it so far, but it does look much better that way. I mean, this way, this will all be taped up and put in a plastic bag when it's done, and you have the whole rack here to put a bag. I got panners that'll fit on there. Well, I got this one old one. I'm going to pick up some more, but at least I can put a panner on it now, and you won't even see the controller, right? So, versus that one there, this is too much. The thing weighs a ton. It sat like a brick on the outside of the bike, and you felt it when you rode it. So, some of the parts that are coming in, we're going to install the pass sensor. I have an LCD display that'll go here, and we're gonna hack it to work with the controller. It's not made for this controller. It's made for a smaller one, but we're gonna get it to work. Something like this one here, but it's square. We'll get it to work. And what else? Kickstand. Couple of other parts. Can't remember everything that I was getting. Oh, I got a battery. A 48 volt battery box that's coming in. It'll go right there. It's out of Hong Kong, and the guy's saying it's lost. Well, lost. If that doesn't come in, I'll get a refund. I'll try something else. Because I want to split the booster pack and the 48 volt pack with the LiPo 4 to even out the weight. When you have the booster pack and that pack on the back, it's heavy. So I was either that, or I was thinking, I don't know where I put it. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over here. Wouldn't use this one because I've hacked this one over the years. It's full of holes. But I was thinking if I would get a thinner one and get a black one and make a bracket, I could hang it off the front and put the booster pack in that. That would even the weight out. It's also a good idea. I know a lot of Russians do that with their bikes, so it works. I'll make a bracket to hold it. But I don't want to do the booster pack on the back. It's just too much weight. We'll hold off and see if that long lithium-ion case comes in. If it doesn't, then we'll try something different. So that's it, guys. You can see it's much better and lighter. Later. Oh, I just remember what it was. I got a 160 millimeter shock coming in to replace this cheap one here. It's got all the adjustments for the lockout, and you can fill it with air and everything else. I believe it's the same color. Well, it's black with all the adjustment knobs and that are the same color as the brakes, so it'll kind of work out the whole theme of the bike. But yeah, a couple of parts like that. The only thing I still have to do is the seat and the handlebar stem.